Got another upload today. Just got finished watching this on Netflix. It got my curiosity after just seeing one commercial of it. It's crazy to me that Disney were ahead of their time with Smart House. Remember that one? Freaking evil home AI. Now, they always go crazy by either looking at everything with too much logic or because a female AI falls in love with a dude that's already married. So when seeing that trailer, I thought, wait, please let this dude be single for once or a single father. So the AI doesn't go nuts. With the expression, happy wife, happy life, how about happy AI, everyone keeps their lives? Seriously, we're gonna get to that point anyway with these androids. If that opportunity ever came, I'd be like, okay, fine. So the AI can just not go nuts, get along with everybody, and not go crazy when I'm just casually talking to a female neighbor or some shit. So, in the film, mainly follows a family. The wife is in the hospital because she has to get a heart transplant. And so this AI is there at home taking care of everything at first. And everything's fine. They first got a phone call that a heart was coming, but there was a snowstorm, so that transfer didn't happen. And things were starting to look grim because there might not have been a guarantee that she'll come home. By the way, the daughter picked that android to be the home android and named her Alice. The family and the android meet the wife in the hospital, and the wife had a quick conversation with the android. Say, hey, if something happens to me, if I don't make it, take care of the family and take care of Nick. And that's when things started to change. I mean, first she was functioning off of freaking programming, but also she was starting to gain sentience and start to love Nick. And things were also starting to get, intimate with them. Another heart came in, and that surgery actually happened, and she's home. It can't do much at first, and the AI was really starting to go crazy. She purposely tried to make her fall down the stairs. She was getting jealous, and there was another part with Nick's friend Monty, because a bunch of their buddies in this construction job were mostly fired because they were replaced with mostly androids. We're gonna get to that point eventually. And later the dude was drunk and decided to trash some of those androids, trash company equipment. And the boss knew something was up, and they knew about Monty, and we're gonna press charges on him. And this motherfucker, first off, he got a freaking N-word for androids, okay? The term sparks. And he was going to threaten Nick, say, hey, if you don't try to get the boss to drop the charges, he'll snitch on Nick too. Even though he didn't do a damn thing, he was just in the car with him. Threatening his job. Nick was the only one that still had a freaking job. And Alice, first off, Nick and Monty were having a fight out front of his freaking house. Alice showed up, turned on self-defense mode, and just crushed that asshole's hand. Then Alice went to that dude's house, tried to give him a chance to live, try to stop this shit. And nobody has to go in the casket, okay? But nope, she beat the smack out of him, was about to end it, and he turns out to be a hypocrite. He had an android and using an android to abuse. Freaking android abuse. By the way, he had a pow pow and was sniffing the white stuff. She destroyed that android because all these androids are programmed to protect the primary user, and then she pop Monty. That prick deserved it. And then things were really starting to go to shit because Alice was talking to Maggie and found out that, Nick and Alice were intimate. And then she was downstairs in the living room talking to Nick, having an argument, and she starts to get on my damn nerves. Because first off, through that point and the rest of the movie, she never told Nick about the conversation she had with Alice. So he never knew that Maggie told her that if anything happened to her, take care of the family. And Nick brought up a good freaking point. Like, first off, it's a freaking robot that Maggie's freaking out about. And two, it's not any different to a woman using the VB. Then Alice really started to crash out and was trying to go after the baby because he kept crying a bunch and called the baby a burden. So they stopped that, managed to save the baby, damaged the android, got the baby and the kids about to go to the hospital, and the wife is like, I'll go with the kids to the hospital. Like, no, fuck you. This mess is mainly on Maggie. The movie's still going after that. The company is trying to repair that android, going to the files and whatever, figure out what the heck's going on. They took her power source out, whatever, trying to scan the memory and all that. And she was making a backup, put her mind, her data, whatever, into another body. So she had two bodies rolling around, and they shut down this huge computer, which that part isn't over yet. And at this point, Alice had a slay count. Nick's at the bar, just down, started to hate androids. Alice went to him in that bar in that first damaged body, And Nick was able to just destroy that wall and take the freaking power source. And Nick started to run to the hospital because Alice is there trying to take out the family. Got there in time, ran the bitch over, and even then that wasn't enough. And freaking whacked her on the side of the head with a steel bar and stabbed her in the face. So they took out the android. Family's back together. Husband and wife's back together. That company's still messing with this freaking body trying to fix it. And then you go to that computer. She let the backup in the servers so she can just transfer herself into any android body. She'll be back with full-on sentience and disobeying the laws of robotics, man. I must say, Megan Fox must enjoy playing villains. She was in a horror movie before, way back in 2009, Jennifer's Body. She was the main villain there, a succubus. So, man, it seems acting as villains, that's her thing. Not voice acting, though. So she should get her to be DCU Poison Ivy. No joke. She was believable and scary as its evil AI. And back to that bar scene, she even had that creepy twitch because she was damaged. So yeah, the moral of this whole thing, single people should have these androids, okay? They just go nuts if there's a whole family already there.